Hello student, a very good morning to all. Today we will start a new chapter, and this chapter we will know about some information about the ratio and proportion. So how can we solve the ratio and proportion? So first we will know about what is the means of ratio. So the ratio of the any two quantities, yeah, more than two quantities, like as there have some quantities like as A and B. So there have two quantities, and these two quantities have a same unit, like as A if it in kilogram, then B is also in a kilogram form. If A is the form in a liter form and B is also in a form of liter form, means always we will check a same unit. If the unit is not same, then the ratio property is not be satisfied. Understand? So this two quantities, when we will write in the fraction form, so this type of fraction we will also write in this form, A ratio B. So this is a form of a ratio. Understand? So here this first term and this one is a second term. So this first term is also known as a antecedent. What is the name of this first term? So this first term is known as a antecedent, and this second term, it is also known as a consequent. Understand? Then after we will know about what is the means of proportion. So the proportion means when the equality of the ratio, it is called the proportion. Means there have two quantities A and B. So these two quantities, when we will write the another form, means C ratio of D, and both quantities and the ratio of both quantities is equal. So we can say that this A upon B, yeah, A ratio B is directly proportional to the C ratio D. Then after we will know about what is the means of fourth term proportion, third term proportion, and a mean proportion. So according to the fourth term proportion, so this is a first term, this is the second term, and this is the third term, and this is a fourth term. So how can we find the fourth term proportion value? So here we will write first fourth term proportion ratio. So A ratio B equal to C ratio D. So this D, it is known as a fourth term. So in this case there have a three quantities is given, and we have to find out this D quantities. Then after we will know about the third term proportion. So the according to the third term proportion, if A ratio B is equal to B ratio C, so according to this C, it is known as a third term proportion. So here third term proportion have only a two value is given, A ratio B, and this A ratio B, we will find out the third term proportion. So here in this case B is, we will write in the two form, means A ratio B, and again we will write this second term value in the third term place, and we will write the third term place value in a fourth term place. So we will find out this C value. So this is a third term proportion. We will talk about the mean proportion. So the mean proportion, how can we find out? So the mean proportion we will find out like this formula. Suppose there have A ratio B is a two values given, then we will simple find out this formula. Yeah, we will apply this formula, A root under root AB. So this is the formula of mean proportion. Understand? Now we will solve the exercise. So now the first question is, divide 84 chocolates between two children in the ratio of 7/5. Yeah, 7 ratio 5. So first we will find out the total ratio. So here we will simple write sum of ratio term. So the ratio is 7 ratio 5. So we will find out the total sum of this ratio. So 7 plus 5 equal to 12. Then after, the total chocolates equal to 84. Then after, we will find out the first part of, so the first part equal to, total chocolate is this one 84, and the first part, first term is this one 7, so we will write here, and the total part is 12. So 12, so 12 7 ja 84, then 7 7 ja 49. So this is the first part, and the second part, so again we will write the total chocolate. So total chocolate is equal to 84, and the second term value is 5, and the total ratio is equal to 12. So 12 7 ja 84, 5 7 ja 35. So that a student got 49 chocolates and B student got 35 chocolates. Understand? Now the second question, divide rupees 536 among ABC in the ratio 1/5, 2/3 and 1/4. So this is a fraction ratio. So first we will convert this fraction ratio into a simple ratio. So how can we convert? So first we will write this value. So now this is the value. So first we will find out the LCM of denominator value. So first we will convert this denominator value is a equivalent denominator value. So how can we convert? So first we will take a LCM of all denominator values. So 5, 3, 4, LCM is, so first we will divide 2, so 5, 3, 2 2 ja 4, then again divide by 2, so 5, 3, 1, then after 3, so 5, 1, 1, then after 5. So then after we will calculate the product of these numbers. So 2 multiply 2 multiply 3 multiply 5. So 5 3 ja 15, 15 2 ja 30, 30 2 ja 60. So 60 is the LCM. Then after we will convert the all denominator value is equivalent of 60. So 1/5 is equal to the 1/5 and multiply by 12 and also multiply by 12, because this 60 is divided by 5. So this 60 is divided by 12 times of 5. So we will multiply 12 from numerator and 12 from denominator. So 12 1 ja 12, then 12 5 ja 60. Then again 2/3. So 2/3 is equal to the, so 2/3 and 20 times, and here also are 20 times. So 40/60. Then after last one 1/4. So 1/4 is equal to 1/4 multiply 15 multiply 15. So 15 and 60. Now the all denominator value is equal, so we can write only the numerator value. So the numerator value is A ratio B ratio C equal to 12 ratio 40 ratio and 50. Understand? Then after, this is the new ratio. Then after we will read the question, divide 536 rupees among ABC. So first we will count the total ratio. So the total ratio. So we will add the all value. So 12 plus 40 plus 15. So 5 plus 2 7, 1 plus 4 5, 5 plus 1 6. So 67. Then after here, total rupees is equal to 536. Total rupees equal to 536. So the first part, so how can we find out the first part? So first we will write the total value, so 536. Then after first part, first term value, so 12. Then after the total ratio value, so 67. So we will divide this 536 from 67. So this 67, so 8 times will be divided. So 12 8 ja 96. Then after the second term value, so 40 term, so second part equal to 536 40 by 67. So again divide, so 8 times, so 4 8 are 32. So this is the second term's value, and the third term's value, the third part. So the third part equal to 536 multiply 15. This is the third term. Then after 67. So again divide by 8 times. So 15 8 are 120. So this is the value of A ratio B ratio C. So A ratio B ratio C equal to 96 rupees ratio, 320 rupees ratio, and 120 rupees ratio. So this is the answer. Now this is the third question. So here the some value is given. A ratio B equal to 3 by 4 and B ratio C equal to 16 by 17, and we have to find out the ratio of A ratio C. So what is the value of A ratio C? So how can we find out the value? So first we will write the A ratio B by this form, and then after multiply. This B is transferred from the upside, so B ratio C by we will write this form. Then after put the value in this form. So the A ratio B equal to 3 by 4. So 3 by 4 multiply B ratio C value equal to, so this is the B and this is the C. So 16 by 17. So now B we cancel out. So here first we will divide this form. So 4 4 ja 16. Then after A upon C equal to 3 4 ja 12, and this is the 17. So this is the ratio of A ratio C. So A ratio C equal to 12 ratio 17. So this is the answer. Now the next question. Here the value is given. A ratio B equal to 3 by 5, B ratio C equal to 6 ratio 7, and we have to find out the ratio of A ratio B ratio C. So first we will make a equal value of B, because here the B and B is common, but value is different. Here value is 5 and here is value is 6. So first we will make a equal value of B. So how can we make a equal value? So first we will convert this 6 to the 5. So how can we convert? So first we will find out the B ratio C. So how can we find out? So this value is B, so 5, and this is also value of B. So 5 by 6 multiply the first value, so 6. So we will multiply this 6. So 6 1 ja 6. Then the value of 5 ratio 1. Then after we will find out the another value of B ratio 6 C in the terms of 7. So how can we find out? So B ratio C equal to 5 by 6 and multiply by 7. So 7 5 ja 35 by 6. So this is the value. So we will write this value in this form. So A ratio B ratio C equal to, so 3 ratio 5 ratio, this is the value of C. So we will write this value 35 by 6. Understand? Then after we will multiply this denominator value 6 to the all ratio. So 6 3 ja 18, then 6 5 ja 30, and this is the 35. So this is the new ratio of A ratio B ratio C. Now the alternative method of to find out the value of A ratio B ratio C. So how can we find out the alternative method? So alternative method, to find the value of A ratio B ratio C. So how can we find out? So first we will write the A ratio B. Then after, this is the second value, second ratio, so B ratio C. So this is the common value. So we will write this B ratio C in this form. So B ratio C. So this is the common value. So we will write this form. Then after, how can we multiply? So first we will multiply A multiply by B. Then after, B multiply by B. Then after, B multiply by C. Then after, we will put the value in this formula. So how can we put the value? So first value is A ratio B equal to 3 ratio 5. So here we will simply write 3 ratio 5. Then after, B ratio C. So the B ratio C equal to 6 ratio 7. So we will put the value 6 ratio 7. Then the new ratio of A ratio B ratio C equal to, so first we will multiply this form. So 3 6 ja 18, then after 5 6 ja 30, then after 5 7 ja 35. So this is the another alternative method to find out the value of A ratio B ratio C. So this is the answer. So thanks for watching this video.